I'm talking about 10 years from whatever it is. I'm saying
Give
is
the
that,
guy. Don't pressure the guy. Don't pressure him.
What is the ultimate goal at the end of the day?
Well, here's, when I set out with this with Greg Biffle, I called him up and I said, Biff, I want to run the Daytona 500. And he's like, laying it out for me. And I'm like, well, damn, can't I run that? What about next year? Could I run it if I ran ARCA this year? And he's like, no, that's crazy. And maybe the year after. And I started running ARCA and I realized, I have no intentions of running Cup or the Daytona 500 anytime soon because I would just get absolutely wrecked, literally. It's just a way bigger skill gap than I imagined, and I realized that immediately. And obviously, I took a lot of hell from you guys and other people when this O'Reilly's opportunity popped up, because there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't have the seat, and I just. When the opportunity like this knocks to drive for Richard Childress, I'm taking that opportunity 10 out of 10 times. But I never seeked out driving higher than ARCA. But since the opportunity came to me, absolutely, it's more seat time, more opportunities for me to make mistakes and get better. So now looking at the ultimate goal, it's to make it to the Daytona 500, but I'm having so much fun that I think it's going to end up being more than that. I think, one day I'll race the Daytona 500. I'm in no rush. But now I'm talking here with, Squirrel here, and we're like, we want to run full seasons of ARCA. We want to just enjoy the hell out of the process and no rush.
These guys are literally ate up with this sport, right?
Yeah, and it's great. And look,
we end up.
Yeah, but Cleetus, let's just. You're on the show, right? So let's just be honest. We never were against you. We never were like, we don't like Cleetus. We don't even want him in the sport. We were against the process of, more so with NASCAR, right? The process of letting you do things without your knowing that you don't have any experience, and it's wrong for you. Not for the sport. It's like, no, he needs to do ARCA. He needs to do late model stuff. He needs to learn his racecraft. But to be honest with you, the positions that you've been in the O'Reilly series of getting yourself in trouble, you couldn't really learn what happened to you. You couldn't learn in any other series.
No, for sure.
Right? So,
I agree 100%.
Right. So we can't, maybe dirty air and ARCA a little bit, but the spoilers, it's not as big. Getting on and off pit road. You don't really do many green flag pit stops and anything from O'Reilly's up, right? I mean, truck series mostly, I don't know, what do you do? Green flag.
So, I'm excited that he's running O'Reilly's rather than trucks. And the reason why I say that, a truck, I was a truck crew chief for a long time. You're in the gas all the time.
Yeah.
They make a ton of downforce.
Yeah.
And I just feel like an O'Reilly's car will teach you how to do this, more.
Well, I'm just, to go back on what Tommy's saying, I agree with you, Tommy. From my perspective, I didn't think that you guys were against me. I think initially it came off, the first podcast, obviously, that blew up when Freddie was like, this guy's wadding stuff up. After I crashed the truck in Daytona, it just came off as you guys were haters, I think, obviously, to the internet. But I understood the fact that, from the outside, it does look like I'm trying to shove my way into these higher series, which I really am not. I'm just, if I can get a seat and it's offered to me, I'm going to take it, But I don't think I ever took it as the fact that you guys wanted me out. It's just the way it was perceived on the internet obviously kind of exploded the whole thing.
Yeah, I think and we've said it about numerous people on here. Catherine went through it last year in the 78 car. It's sometimes we got to protect ourselves from ourselves. You know what I mean?
I think that's different though. That's that was a big rush to Cup, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm agree. I'm just saying, Cup, NASCAR kind of set her up for failure. She couldn't, there was no win for her in going out there and running in the back because only bad things could happen. I think that we felt the same way about, you get in the truck race, you end up, right in the middle of the pack and spin out right off my guy's bumper. Awesome. And then, so, I mean, that's the stuff is sometimes I feel like we got to kind of protect ourselves from ourselves and don't throw them to the wolves where you know, great, you're learning right now, but my concern, and I don't know that it's right or wrong, but like there's so much momentum behind you in the ARCA series because you run so well there now.